Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschoolology. If you are new here, welcome. I am Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I will have in the upcoming school year, a 10th grader, a 6th grader, a 1st grader, and a 2nd grader. So on this channel, I talk mostly secular homeschooling, and that is what we're going to be talking about today. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the Essentials in Writing program that we will be trying out for next year. So let's dive into that. So I'm going to share a little bit about why I chose this program. So I have been using things like Brave Writer and Layers of Learning, Writers Workshop, and lots of different things like that for a long time. And it was working really well for us. And then I hit a point in my life where I was struggling a little bit, and both of those programs take a little bit of pre-planning, and I just don't have that in me at this current phase of life, okay? So I needed something a little bit more open and go. And my friend accidentally got sent an extra copy of Essentials in Writing Level 3 for her daughter, who's a year behind my daughter. And the company was like, just keep it, it's fine. And so she gave it to me to check out because she knows I do this channel. And so we were using Michael Clay Thompson with that daughter, which I loved, but it's a little bit more open and go than Brave Writer or Layers of Learning, but it takes a long time. Like the lessons just take a really long time. And I just wasn't like having the time for that. Okay. I've got 4 kids that I've got to homeschool. We have lives. I do this, I do other things outside of homeschooling. And I wasn't able to commit like an hour and a half to one child every day to do Michael Clay Thompson. And so we had been dropping bits and pieces of it. And then I was like, we're not even using the full program anymore. And then I remembered I had this sitting on my shelf. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab that and check it out. So we did not have the videos. We don't have access to the videos. We just had the workbook. And it was so open and go and so easy to implement. And now I will say, like I said, it's a level behind where she really should have been. And so it was pretty easy for her, especially since a lot of it was like review from Michael Clay Thompson. But I love the writing portion of this. And that was something that I wasn't able to implement while using Michael Clay Thompson. So like this one makes it so much easier. I don't love that it's necessarily that like 5 paragraph, like typical, but honestly at this point, like if my kids can just write a successful paragraph, I don't care what the approach is, okay? So that is kind of where I'm at in my life right now. And this has just been really great. So I believe that they've done a little bit of a makeover, a little bit of a facelift. But I'm pretty sure the program is still the same because I looked inside and pretty much match inside. So that is why I was like, you know what? This is going so well. I'm going to try it for both my daughters. So I got level 5 for my 6th grader. And simply because her writing isn't that strong. And so I felt like starting her on level 5 would be a little bit better. Because level 3, she's doing great, but I feel like level 6 would be too big of a jump from that. So I started her at level 5, and then we'll just do a jump next year to level 7. So that's why I chose level 5 for her. And then my daughter is going to be in 10th grade, and I chose level 10 for her. I think she's going to be fine with it, but we'll address it if not. So those are the 2 levels that my kids are going to be using. This is the first time I'm cracking these new books, okay? So I do have experience with this one, but I do not have experience with either one of these yet because they are for next year. I will be giving you guys a peek inside and a lay flat in a minute, but I'm going to talk to you just in general about what my initial thoughts are on this program or this, the physical product. So paper, I'm gonna have to say I'm not loving it, okay? But if you've been around at all, you know that I'm like a paper snob, okay? So like that is just something that I am really critical of, okay? So take that for what you will. But I do feel like this one versus this one, like the binder outside is thicker on the old one. The paper inside is thicker on the old one. So I definitely feel like with this facelift, they might have gone, you know, down a hair in the quality of the paper. But it still seems pretty good quality. Like, it's not bad quality. The paper, even though it feels thin, it has this kind of like, you can see it's a little bit like shiny. I wouldn't say glossy, okay? But it has this like finish that feels, it feels quality, okay? And so I think that they're gonna hold up fine, but I will update you on that, of course, as we use them. So let's talk about a little bit, or actually I'm going to flip over to the down view now, and we'll talk a little bit about what the program is. All right, here we go. We have Essentials in Writing Level 10 and Level 5. They each come with a teacher handbook. So let's take a look inside all of this. I'm going to start with Level 5, and then I will show you Level 10. So if you'd like to skip ahead, I'll try to remember to put timestamp. All right, Level 5, we are going to start with the student book. Okay. So inside here, we have a table of contents, and then it jumps right into the lessons. As you can see, they start with grammar first. So the whole entire grammar section comes first, and then Unit 2 is composition. And so there are different ways you can do this. You could start with this, you could start with this. If you go onto their Facebook group, there have some levels have where you can kind of jump back and forth, do some grammar, then some composition, then some grammar, then some composition. That is how I would personally prefer to use it. Unfortunately, that is not done for either of the two levels that I have purchased. So if I get a wild hair up my tush and decide to do that, I will share that in that Facebook group. But don't hold your breath, but we'll see. So anyways, all the lessons tend to be the same in the sense of like, so they do have how many days, you know, so this is day 1, this is day 2 for lesson 3, and then lesson 4, day 1, day 2. I tend to find that the grammar lessons are really easy to do in just one day, okay? So like she'll do both these pages in the same day. I don't know if that's because she's working slightly behind in the level 3, like it's slightly behind her actual ability, or if it's just really that easy to do 2 days. So I, again, not used videos yet. So take that for what you will. With the videos, I might decide that we want to use the entire, you know, like use it the way it's written. Okay, so here you can see the end of the grammar unit 1 and the unit 2 composition. And then it does look very similar, but it's a little bit different. I'm noticing that there aren't days on the tops here like there is in the grammar section. So I don't really know, because this is just my initial look, I don't really know why that is, but that is a difference. And then it's just walking through different things. There's also less room to write in here, so I'm assuming they're going to need a separate notebook for this section in this level. This is the grade 5 level. So in the grade 3 level, there were places for you to write most of the time, like big areas for paragraphs, but it doesn't seem like it has that. Let's see. So there is an area, it's just not quite as big as it was in the other one, but maybe it's because they're expecting their handwriting to be better or something. I don't know. So that is what the inside of this book looks like. And then this is the teacher manual handbook. It has a note to teachers, and then the content, whatever all the activity icons mean, how to use it, scoring, and then you have your syllabus and how they think you should use it. Let's look over here. So the writing process. So it does give you in this handbook, it does give you what it expects. So lesson 43 should all be day 1, and lesson 44 should all be day 1. So it looks like the reason why there aren't day marks in that is because you do 1 lesson a day when you get to the writing part. So, and then it does have the same, they have this breakdown in the essentials in literature, which you'll see in the next video. But it has the same week 1, week 2, week 3, what you should do each week. And again, this one is a 34 week, and it's going, unit 1 and unit 2. If you would like to see, where you could like mix and match, check out their Facebook group. I know I've already said that, but just so you know, you can check that out. Then it has the answer key for the student notebook. So that is a look inside of level 5. Let's look inside of level 10. Okay, so here we are, essentials in writing, level 10. Very similar, table of contents. And then it jumps into lessons. This one, unit 1, tools for effective communication, which is the grammar. Let's go back to the table of contents. So it doesn't call it grammar in this level. It says tools for effective communication, but it is essentially grammar, subject verb agreement, phrases. It's like the level 2 of grammar, if you want to call it that. And then it has the writing composition, same as the other book. And they will write different kinds of papers and such. So back to the lesson. It does have the day here in the beginning, day 1. Then this on day 2. And then this on day 3. So it does have them writing a bit more in this level, from what I can see. Like in the grammar part, it is more writing heavy than in the younger levels. Or the earlier levels. So that is a bit different than what I've seen before. A little bit more writing. Ooh, a lot more writing. And so that is a little bit different. Let's jump over to the composition section. Okay, so here again we get to the end of the unit 1. And then there is a unit 2, and this starts with the writing process. They do this. This has been in the first composition lesson in all of the versions that I have seen, and then it walks you through that. Again, there are no days here because it's expecting you to do 1 a day. So that is a look inside the student book, and let's look inside the teacher book. So this is level 10, essentials in writing, and it's very similar to the other, how to use it, grading, scoring. That's probably all exactly the same. And then it does give you your syllabus, and it does give you your breakdown. This one is a breakdown. Sorry, it's not on the camera. So this one is a breakdown for using writing and essentials in literature. So it tells you what to do on both, for both pieces. So here it gives you a break from the writing so that you can focus on the literature, because you're working on the novel cumulative activity, and then you will do a research paper here, so it gives you a break on the essentials in literature. So I like that. And then so it is also 34 weeks, and it has the answer key in there. Okay guys, here we are inside the EIW videos and scoring. I did not get the scoring, so if I go over to the scoring, it's going to tell me that I don't have any scoring, and you can see that here, you're not signed up for it. And then if you hit home, it will take you to this page that has all the courses on it, and if you go to my courses, it doesn't do anything, so you have to like select one of the courses. So let's just take a look at the EIW Level 5. You can see here it shows you what you have in your, what you got, and then it gives you the different sections. So let's just click on this. I just want to see something real quick. Okay, so like you don't have access to your book for whatever reason, it's all right here for you. Let's see, let's go to page 20 and just see. Okay, well, this is brilliant. What a great option. Yeah, okay, so that's amazing. I didn't even know that was a feature. And then let's just go to, what is this, SE? I don't know what the SE means, but Same thing here, has the course workbook. Let's click on that and see. Oh my gosh, it's all like right here. So if you forget your book or and you're doing something out and about, you've got it right here. So that's uber cool. Okay, so let's go back to EIW level 5. And we're going to scroll down here. You can see it's broken up into sections here. There is a course progress line. So if we click on this first section, I'm not going to click on any of the lessons because I don't want to show anything that's like proprietary, but it does have here I'm going to click on this, but I'm not going to play the video. But you can see it has the video. You can adjust the speed, which is something that I really like. My kids like to speed it up a little bit. A, it goes faster, and B, like their brains I talk fast, and so their brains are used to processing stuff really fast. And so I feel like they like it when it's a little bit more sped up because that's what they're used to, doing. So you can mark that as complete here. You can also slow it down, which is really nice too if you have somebody who's a little bit slower on the processing end of it, and and then your normal things. But mark complete. If we mark complete, then you're gonna get this course progress bar is going to fill up, which I think is really great. And as you can see, you can just like go to whatever lesson. It doesn't have to go in a specific order. We can return to Essentials in Writing. And then scrolling down, it's going to, but that's what the inside looks like for the EIW. So one last thing I wanted to mention here is I did buy the EIW 10, level 10, with the EIL program. So I bought this as a bundle because it was a little bit cheaper that way. And I'm going to have my oldest daughter do both. But the Essentials in Literature is going to get its own dedicated video because I had a lot of requests for that. So that is going to be the next video you'll see. But that I did buy as a bundle. The Essentials in Literature don't start until 9th grade. So my middle daughter is only going to have the Essentials in Writing to do. So just so you are aware, that is what I did, and that's what I'm going to be looking at. So look for that video. Make sure you've hit that notification button. While you're down there hitting that, make sure you've hit that subscribe button as well and give this video a thumbs up. But yeah, that video will be coming out. It's going to be the very next video. And so anyways, overall, I'm really excited about this program. I can't wait to dive in to use it, to check out the videos because we've never done that before. I've only ever used the workbook before. And so I'm really excited to check out the videos, see how those are, see how those go, and all that good stuff. I know I gave you a little bit of a preview, but like I haven't used them. That's the first time I've looked at them. So anyways, I'm really excited for this program. I think my daughters are going to enjoy it. My middle daughter does like it. She loved the grammar section. We got to the writing section. She's a little bit less of a fan, but I think that's just because my kids don't like writing. But I think they're going to enjoy it. I think they're going to like that it's open and go. And honestly, it's going to save my sanity in the sense of like my older girls can be much more independent so I can focus on the younger two and spend a little bit less time of my time in the schoolroom getting things done, which I will always be there for my older daughters as much as they need me. But I'm hoping that this frees up a little bit of time for me. But we'll see. I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated. Don't forget, you can always check us out over on Instagram at Homeschoolology. And I hope you will come back and chat with me again real soon. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.